What's going on, you guys? This is Joey from PA Fishing and Reefing, and today I got a crazy video for you guys. So I'm gonna set up a new freshwater tank. We barely ever do freshwater videos. I maybe done like 4 in the past. This will be like the 5th. So anyways, I just bought a 10-gallon tank, a Marineland 10-gallon tank, and a Tetra Whisper filter for a 10-gallon tank. Some 2 terrarium tropical plants that we're going to try and test out and see if they'll survive in the aquarium. If not, oh well, they were only $5 each. But I wanted to see if a terrarium plant will survive in an aquarium. So we're going to test that out. And I bought 12 rosy red minnows. Yes, guys, it's crazy. And I bought all this through DoorDash. I'm getting it delivered right now, as you can see on the screen right here. There is the rosy red minnows there. They are 29 cents a fish. Now, 2 days ago, they were about 29 or 22 cents a fish. And I couldn't not jump on that because rosy reds actually have a really bright, like pink reddish color. And they would pop out really nice in the 10-gallon tank with my convict cichlid. Now, I'm kind of worried because they're mostly feeder fish, so I'm not surprised that they're that cheap. But I'm hoping some of them get to survive, but I know my convict is probably going to eat some of them. So anyways, there's that. There was the filter that I just showed you. And then the what is it? The plant. So they're gonna be pretty sick to see. That's for sure. So we're gonna try and see how this works out, and we're gonna set it up for you guys and check it out. I haven't set up a new freshwater aquarium in, oh my god, so long, like almost 2 years maybe. But we had to give some freshwater. We had to give freshwater some love, right? I'm mainly a saltwater fish channel and a reef channel, but you just gotta do something different. You know what I mean? So I will get to you guys once the order has arrived. All right, you guys. So the DoorDash order just got delivered. There it is. There's the filter. There's the plants. The fish tank. Let's bring it in. It's pretty awesome. Can't believe you can get fish through DoorDash. It's pretty cool. All right, you guys. We got the Marineland 10-gallon glass aquarium right here. Awesome. Let's take a look in this bag here. We got our rosy red minnows. Here they are. Look how colorful those guys are. That's pretty cool. Check those guys out. Now, these are usually feeder fish, but these guys are actually really, really cool looking. Nice pop of color. So we're going to keep these guys. Obviously, there's 12 of them. They all seem to be doing pretty well. So we're going to put them right there. Nice and soft. You know, you don't want to just plop them down. We got our plants here. Tropical live aquarium plant. Pretty cool. Comes with gravel. These are going to be in sand though, so hopefully these are pretty good. Really cool stuff. So we got those. We got our second one. We got 2 of the same plant. All right, that's it for that bag. We'll cover the minnows up so they stay less stressed. We're gonna open this up. What do we got in here? We got 10-gallon. We got our Tetra Whisper IQ. That is perfect for this tank. Exactly for 10 gallons. Awesome. Available for fresh or marine fish, which is cool. Nice to know that if I want to change it up and use it for saltwater, I can. And that's pretty much it. This pretty much cost me $25 for everything right here. The tank was 10. And the rest I think was about 13, 14 bucks. And then of course we tipped the dasher a few bucks. So yeah, turned out pretty good. I like it. So I'm gonna show you guys the reef rock, or not reef rock, sorry, stone that I got to make the aquascape for the tank. I'm gonna show that in the next clip right now. So here it is. I have it all in a bag. It's just nice river stone, nice and gray. Got a nice few pieces of this. This was free because there's a whole bunch of rubble rock that I have right down the hill by the creek, and this is it right here. Nice and clean gray rock. It just needs rinsed off really well with tap water so that it's safe. So we got that. We're gonna add that to the tank. And of course, I have also Stony River aquarium sand, which I will show you here. Where'd I put it? There we go. This is a 5-pound bag. This is pretty much all we really need. This is about 2.5 pounds, but I have the other 2.5 pounds put away because I used it for another tank and then I broke that tank down. So I just need to rinse it out again before I add it with the rest of this sand. And I will have the price to this right above on the screen. You can use this for saltwater or freshwater tanks. And this is the tank that's being upgraded, guys. It's a really bad shaped 5.5 gallon tank. There's my convict cichlid right there. He's doing okay. I do have a little bluegill in here. He's doing all right as well. And then we have a piece of spiderwood, which is also going in the tank. I'm going to have the price to that above too because I got this off Amazon as well. And we're going to be using some of this gray rock also because they're smaller pieces. And it is a 10-gallon tank, so we don't want to put a ton of them in there. And then, of course, we have some snail shells. And I have some freshwater pond snails in here to help combat the algae. They will be going in the new tank as well. I will be breaking this tank down. I'm going to put the lid, the light, and the filter into storage with the rest of my aquarium equipment. And we also got a stand that we're going to put this on. We're finally going to put a stand on this, guys. Like I said in the last video when I rescued the convict cichlid, that we were going to finally get a stand for it. And I'm going to use the stand that I was going to put the 36-gallon tank on when I turned it into a saltwater tank, but I realized that the stand is too small to handle it. And I don't want the tank to shatter because, for one, it would make a huge mess. And not only that, it would probably kill the fish that's in there because I still have my green sunfish. And I just don't want to break my 36-gallon tank. It's a really nice tank. So yeah, we're going to do that. Definitely need an upgrade. Got to take this down first, clean this up, and then I'll get back to you guys once I have the stand here and the tank, and then I'll let you know when we're ready to put this together. I have to paint the back of the 10-gallon tank black because I like to have that black background so you can have more of a better look of everything in the tank to view, like the plants, the sand, the gravel, all that, the fish. It would just look a lot better. So I will be back when I get all of that together. See you guys in a minute. Now I'm currently rinsing the sand out, guys. Always important to do this to get all the dust or detritus or other bacteria from when you first broke down the tank, if it's used sand, out of there. And then to know that the sand's clean is when it comes out clear. That way you know it's nice and clean thoroughly, and make sure you move your hand around in there to mix it up. That way it's nice and cleared up of everything that could harm your fish or your plants or your inverts or anything that could be living in your tank. Then we're going to add the other sand, and then I'll let you know once we're back at the tank that we're going to start putting sand and everything else in. We have to wash the rocks too. All right, you guys, we got the skate pretty much done. Looks pretty good. I like it. That's all that matters. We got our spiderwood hanging out over the rocks here. We got our sand in. Like I said, I painted the back of the glass. It looks really good. It only took about an hour to dry because I used a fan that also is a heater, and let it on and flow over the back of the aquarium. And then there's our plants. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully these guys survive. These are terrarium plants, but hopefully they'll survive underwater. If not, it's fine. Like I said, That was just the only thing they had available right now because they didn't have aquarium plants. But I think it turned out pretty good. We got some nice rockscapes, some nice places to hide for all of the fish that will end up in here eventually. We're gonna have the rosy red minnows and the convict cichlid in here. I'm gonna feed the convict cichlid first because he's going in first. That way he doesn't attack the minnows. And I don't think, honestly, he's big enough to swallow the minnows because his mouth isn't really that big. But just to make things safe, I want to make sure he's fed before I do any of that. So we're going to go ahead and get the water in here. I'm going to use the biological media in the new filter from the old one right here, and then used half of that water that's in there to go in here along with new distilled water that I'm going to use. You can either use tap water, which if you're going to use that, you need to buy API tap water conditioner, or Tetra chlorine remover, same thing. It dechlorifies the water, makes tap water safe for fish. Now that's easy to do for fresh water, but I wouldn't recommend it with salt water, even though you can, but that will grow a lot more algae in your saltwater tank. But yeah, looks really good so far. We're going to get the water in here now, and then we're going to throw the heater. We got a Tetra flat heater. I'm going to put the link to the description of that and the price above, as well as the filter. So let's go ahead and do that now. Got our scape in here a while. Looks really good. We're going to add our heater and our filter, our Tetra filter, with our biological media that is already cycled in here, and we are going to see how it looks when everything starts running, because we gotta let it heat up a little bit before we put the minnows in. We have the plants in a while. They're not looking too hot because they weren't looking too hot before I even took them out of the thing. They looked pretty bad they looked pretty bad as soon as they got here, so hopefully they survive. I'm not putting money on it though. There's our convict cichlid. He's already in here because he's already in the established tank water that we put in before the other 5 gallons of distilled water that we just put in here. So let's go ahead and do this and see how it looks, guys. There we go, guys. We got the heater in there. We got the filter on and running. Let me see, we got some biological media from the old tank in there. And now we're gonna put the top on, the Tetra top. There's the pressure regulator, or the flow regulator, how high or low you want the flow. And there we have it. It's closed. Looks good. It's gonna heat up, and then we're gonna clean up the tank a little bit here. And once we clean it up, we're gonna put the light on, which is this guy. I will also put the price to this on the screen above. This is the AquaNeat 13 watt aquarium light. Works pretty well on freshwater tanks, especially planted ones. Pretty decent for 12 bucks on Amazon. That's how much this is, pretty much. I used this maybe a few times, but it always did pretty well. So we're gonna put this on here and see how it does with these plants. Hopefully it can keep it alive. All right, you guys, the tank is set up. Look at this. Look how good this looks. This looks fantastic. The plants even look good. There's the convict cichlid hanging out. And then we got a new light, a brand new light that I had that was still in the box. It's actually a Paul Fly 13 watt aquarium light that has red and blues and reds, as you can see. Very, very nice. Works really, really well. The par is pretty good from what I've seen on the reviews. It's about the same price as the AquaNeat one. The only reason I couldn't use the AquaNeat one is because the extenders were too short. So these ones were just right. So I cleaned up the AquaNeat, put it back in the Paul Fly's box, and then put it back into storage with the rest of my aquarium equipment that I have. And I take very good care of my equipment, so It's perfectly fine where it's at. We got some nice green algae forming on that. Looks fantastic. We got some clam shells. We got some freshwater snail shells. We're gonna get some actual freshwater snails in here soon. Plants are even looking a lot better. Hopefully these guys do pretty good in here. They look good. Filter's doing good. So now we have our rosy red minnows here. All 12 of them. They're still doing good. Look how colorful these guys are. These are gonna look great under the lights. So with these guys, we're gonna let them acclimate, temperature acclimate, and then we're gonna put the tank water in their bag and let that sit for about 15 minutes, just like we do our saltwater fish. Same thing. As you can see right there, it says 12 minnows right there. So we're gonna sit these guys in here, just like this. We're gonna let them temperature acclimate. It's gonna raise the water level a little bit, but they should be okay. There we go. Look at the colors on those guys. The way they shine and glow under the light. That is amazing. So, what we're gonna do is they're a little stressed out. So I'm gonna turn the light off and let them acclimate for a little bit to calm them down. And then we will turn it back on when it's time to put them in the tank, guys. So I will see you guys later. All right, you guys, we moved the light a little bit further back so that we can open the bag up like we just did. I folded the bag up in a little bit so that they would be able to float while the bag was open. And I put a little bit of the tank water into their water so that they can get used to the tank parameters. And we're gonna let them sit. I'm gonna turn the light back off and let them acclimate to the tank parameters for about the same amount of time as they were getting temperature acclimated, and then we will film putting them in the tank. So I'll see you guys as soon as we get to that point. All right, you guys, they have been acclimating for 15 minutes with the tank parameters. So it's time to put them in. I'm kind of scared because of my convex cichlid. I just pray that he doesn't bully them. Hope not anyways. So we're gonna go ahead and put them in now. I'm a little nervous, but we're gonna do it. Okay, you guys ready? All right, here they go. Go ahead, guys. There they go. Oh, one's stuck. There you go, bud. I believe that's all of them. They are in. Okay. All right, they are in. They're all just hanging out. They're schooling. My convex cichlid doesn't really seem fazed by them at all. They look fantastic on camera. They look really good. There's a little bit of water on the edge. I'm gonna clean that off. Yeah, they look pretty cool. I like it. Like it. Clean that glass off real quick. Wow, yeah, I like it. Let's straighten the light back out, how it was. There we go. 1 second, guys. There we go, the light was kind of acting up, but there they are. They look pretty cool. I gotta stand still here, take a picture. Really cool, guys. So they'll adjust in here nicely. We're gonna turn the lights off after I'm done filming this. Let them, you know, get used to their surroundings. There's one just hiding under the plant there. There's plenty of hiding spaces for them. So I'm gonna let you guys go. Oh, I forgot. There's an aquarium heater from the old tank as well. I'm going to put the price for that above as well, and then a total price for everything right about now. So this is the price for everything in this video. Basically everything's brand new except for the substrate and the aquascape. So thank you guys so much for watching this freshwater aquarium setup video. I'm so happy that I was able to do this for you guys. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you next week or the week after for another video. Keep on reefing.